let's start with the album cover. The horns
And the halo.
and the halo. What is that all about?
Anybody who knows that's me. It's true to me. That's most boys. You know, even though I'm telling my story, what I realized after I was done was, oh, this is the American dream. It's chocolate, you know, it's Southern, it's Pentecostal in holiness, but this is Norman Rockwell painting Zora Neale Hurston's words.
Ooh.
This is that little boy was as mischievous as he could be righteous and holding the old lady's door for them. You know, he was also the kid his friends would put in front of him to talk to the candy lady as they stole penny candy, you know. But he was going to come back and help her clean her yard because he felt guilty, you know. My grandmother apologized to me once in front of my wife. She said, I'm sorry I whooped you so much, but you was just so bad. I didn't know what to do with you.
Well, that leads me to the song on the album that moved me the most, and that's Motherless.
My mama dead, my grandmama dead. To keep it honest, I get depressed and be feeling scared.
My mother was a 16-year-old girl at Frederick Douglass High School and became pregnant by her high school love of man who went to C.L. Harper High School. And his name was Michael, her name was Denise, and Denise had decided they should have a child. And Michael, I think, was just having fun with the girl he loved. He didn't understand a decision had been made. So this little girl on 420 has a baby, you know, like Michael Santiago Render. And those kids, like kids do, fall in and out of love intensely. He ends up marrying my bonus mom, Hope. She ends up marrying my bonus dad, Anthony. And they both were wise enough to know that her parents, my grandparents who asked for me, should raise me.
What do you think are the misconceptions people have about rappers and you in particular?
It's not my business what other people think of me. It's not my business. I want a good name. I don't want to embarrass my family's name. But I realized reading a review of this album by a white man from Connecticut, he just don't know what the hell he's talking about. He ain't never seen black people in a position where they were not speaking from a place of victimization and suffrage. And all my life, all I have seen is the counterbalance of that. Did I see blights with drugs and homelessness and violence? Absolutely I did. But I see that in the Appalachian Mountains. And they don't have black people there. So I understand poverty is a condition and it's not race-based. He'd never seen a black person who grew up and he'd never not seen a black woman on television. So as big a deal as Oprah is, I had already seen a black woman command audience. He'd never seen a black person in leadership. He'd never seen Andy or Maynard. He'd never seen Shirley. He'd never seen Keisha. He had never seen this. So he thought somehow me standing next to a governor taking a picture meant I had betrayed my people. You know?
So is that the genesis of talking shit?
You're absolutely right. Because I needed people to know that rap diss songs ain't just for other black men who wear gold chains. If you are political opposite of me, if you take it to personalize, to talk ish to me about stuff you don't even know about, then I'm gonna take issue with you on a song. I'm not gonna answer you publicly. Now you got to go make a song. I know I rap better than you. So if you ever want to retort, put it in a song. Otherwise, I'll never know.
That song, however, is also a history lesson for young people.
Absolutely.
Because you talk about Herman Russell.
Absolutely.
You talk about Hosea Williams.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to remember the line where I think it's something to the effect of, they only grow men like this in Atlanta.
I guarantee you never seen because they only make these in Atlanta. I'm Atlanta proud. You can't tell me I can't be John Wesley Dobbs. You can't tell me my wife's not historic as Coretta. You can't tell me that I can't grow up in a city where 70% of the schools are named for black people, whether you're talking about David T. Howard, Frederick Douglass. You can't tell me that I'm not absolutely the creme de la creme, the best, because I work to be. I understand it. You know, I used to tell the kids when I was a kid, I was a man before I got to Morehouse. I'm proud to be a Morehouse man, but my grandfather sent a young man. He didn't send a boy. He had already taught me. The boy left at about 14. You know, you're a young man now. So I want people to understand that Atlanta is to black people what Muslims is Mecca to Muslims. And I want black people to come here and I want you to plant your roots here. I want you to seed here. I want you to grow your children in an environment in which they are not a minority.